Hello, Minglaba Dhamma class. My name is Thazancho, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means power of concentration. Today, I will be your presenter for part 1 of this Dhamma class. Today's Dhamma class is on Sunday, February 8th, 2026. We meet every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. Arizona and Pacific Time. Anyone interested in Buddhist teachings is welcome to join us on Zoom. Use the ID 413-460-4622 and the password Buddha20, all lowercase. Remember, the Zoom ID and password will stay the same every week. First, 2 individuals will chant the Buddha Gamana Gata and Diwa Dapati Gata. These chants will then be followed by Part 1A, offerings, taking the Tisarana and precepts, the Metta chant, and meditation. Part 1B, Adhitthana, determination, mindfulness on death, wishing, and sharing. Part 2, Bharita chanting, Buddhism, choose the correct one out of the given answers and answer the questions parts 1 and 2. Today's substitute will be Hina Aung, so Hina Aung, please have your prayer books and the correct pages ready and close by. Now, Maythun, could you please remind everyone about our rules and regulations?
Before we begin, here are some important rules and regulations. 1. If you're reading a substitution or participating in Part 1A, please try to join the Zoom meeting at least 5 minutes early. 2. Please do not eat or drink during the prayer time, as it is very disrespectful. If you're hungry, make sure to eat before joining the meeting next time. 3. Sit up straight and center yourself in front of your camera. Keep your camera on at all times or you may be removed from the meeting. If you're not part of the Dhamma class, you're free to turn off your camera. 4. Please don't fidget or play around as it can disturb others who are praying. The prayer session is only 15 minutes, so please be mindful and respectful. 5. For those chanting, please chant clearly and slowly, so that others can follow along. 6. We would greatly appreciate if everyone stays respectfully until the end of the meeting.
Now, please put your hands together. We'll begin with Buddha Gamana Gata. We believe you'll do great.
Buddha Gamana Gata Angira Sasta Unaya Tata Hi Sitaram Siyo Vajirava Vibro Janti Chino Metatu Si Sakem Nilayo Nilatana Ma Pido Data Ja Lohita Dhamma Manjita Nikamim Supapasara Fountains. Diwa Tapati Gata Diwa Tapati Adicho Vati Mabati Chandima Sanado Katiyo Tapati Jayi Tapati Brahmano Atta Sabha Mahoratim Buddho Tapati Tejasa Tejasampanam Buddham Vandami Sadaram Etena Sachawajena Soti me hotu sabada Soti te hotu sabada Sadhu, 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 Bhanta.
Sandy, it is your turn.
Gana Sara Patidena Deepena Dhamadam Sina Diloka Deepam Sambudam Ujaya Mitamonudam Wana Ganda Kuno Pedam Etam Kusuma Sentatim Ujaya Mimunindasa Siripada Sarovihe
Adiwa setu no bante paniam parikapitam anukampam upadaya patiganatu utama Ariwa setuno bante. Bhojanam parikapitam. Anukampam uparaya. Patiganatu uttama.
Ogata, 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 kayakan, wasikan, manokan, tabadota, katinto, apietogo, piaupa sechen, achonga, patama, tutia, tatia, tejang, najang, dongjang, yaong, paya yadana, Danga yadana metamba dogo ayo ate ale amya la samoye shiko puzo pumyo mesho kadoba I ashempaya kadoya to acho ajang apeleba katomba yapye shepa yantumyo ngaba wipati dayaleba Pyatana daya ngaba doma akakate kinlaning te piawe mataya potaya nimbantaya domyako yabalo I ashimpaya Valentine.
Aham bante tisarnena saha nawanga sampana gatan uposata silan ramaya jami anugaham gatawa silandita me bante dutiyampi aham bante tisarnena saha nawanga sampana gatan uposata silan ramaya jami anugaham gatawa silandita me bande tatiyampi aham bande tisarnena saha nawanga sampana gatan uposata sila damaya jami anugahan katawa silandita me bande ama bande namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa namo tassa bhagavato arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Buddhan Saranam Gacchami. Dhamman Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddhan Saranam Gacchami. Dutiyampi Dhamman Saranam Gacchami. Dutiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddha Saranam Gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhamma Saranam Gacchami. Tatiyampi Sangha Saranam Gacchami. Amabante.
Lasenda, it is your turn. Himaon, could you please substitute for Lasenda on Nawanga Sila, 9 precepts, prayer book, pages 10 through 11?
Panatipata Veramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Adena Dana Veramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Abramacharya Veramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Musawada Veramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Sura Miraya Majapamadhatana Veramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Vikala Bhojana Veramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Nacha Gita Wadita Visugadasana Malaganda Vilepana Dharana Mandana Vibhu Sanatana Veramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Ucha Sayana Mahasayana Veramani Sikapadam Samadhiyami Metta Sahagatena Cetasa Sabapana Buddhesu Paritva Viharanam Samadhiyami Amabante Bhavantam.
Iti piso bhagava araham sama sambuddho vijajarana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhammasarati satta deva manusana buddho bhagava.
Sagata Bhagavata Dhammo Sannidhigo Agaliko Ahibasiko Opanayiko Peshata Vedudabo Vinuhir.
Supatipano bhagavato savaga sango Ujupatipano bhagavato savaga sango Nyapatipano bhagavato savaga sango Samichapatipano bhagavato savaga sango Yaditam jatari parisa yugani Ata parisa bhugala esa bhagavato savaga sango Ahuneyo Bahuneyo Dekineyo Anjalikaraniyo Anuttaram Punyaketam Lokasa Bhawantine.
Aham arara homi, avyabhajo homi, anigo homi, sukiyatanam pariharami, mama mata bitu ajariyaja, natimitaja, sabramacharinoja, arara hontu, avyabhajo hontu, aniga hontu, sukiyatanam pariharantu, amagam araga dewala, Iman Same Awase, Iman Same Arame, Araka Dewata, Arara Hontu, Avyabhaja Hontu, Aniga Hontu, Suki Atana Bariharantu.
Sabe Sata, Sabe Bana, Sabe Pura, Sabe Pugala, Sabe Atapawa Pariya Yabana. Saba Itio, Sabe Parisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anarya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Vinipatika, Awera Hontu, Abya Baja Hontu, Anika Hontu, Sukiata Pariharantu, Tuka Muchantu, Yata lata sampatito mawika chantu kama saka.
Puratimaya disaya, Dakshinaya disaya, Pachimaya disaya, Uttaraya disaya, Puratimaya anudisaya, Dakshinaya anudisaya, Pachimaya anudisaya, Uttaraya anudisaya, Hetimaya disaya, Uparimaya disaya.
Sabe Sata, Sabe Pana, Sabe Buddha, Sabe Pugala, Sabe Atabawa Pariyapana, Saba Itio, Sabe Purisa, Sabe Arya, Sabe Anarya, Sabe Dewa, Sabe Manusa, Sabe Vanipatika, Awera Hontu, Abhyabhaja Hontu, Anika Hontu, Sikyatana Pariharantu, Dukkha Muchantu, Yada Lada Sampatito, Mawikachantu, Kamasaka.
Udam yawa, wagacha, do yawa, awicito, samanta chaka, walesu, ye sata, Padavijara, Abhyabaja, Nivaraja, Yugaja, Nupadawa, Udamyawa, Bhagaja, Adoyawa, Avijito, Samanta Chaka, Walesu, Yesada, Udage Jara, Abhyabaja, Nivaraja, Yugaja, Nupadawa, Udamyawa, Bhagaja, Adoyawa, Avijito, Samanta Chaka, Walesu, Yesata, Bhagase Jara, Abhyabaja, Nivaraja, Yugaja, Nupadawa, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. That one time.
Now we will learn how to meditate by Valerie, Chloe, Hinleong, Vizancho, and Maythun.
What is meditation? Meditation is a way to keep the mind cool and calm by concentrating on one object. There are many ways to meditate. In our Dhamma class, primarily we study Anapanasati and body scanning meditation. In Anapanasati, a natural focus is your own breath, which is always with you. If you simply keep feeling the breath as it comes in and as it goes out, the mind gets quieter and more peaceful. In body scanning meditation, you scan your whole body from head to toe, from the front and the back. The only trouble is something will always take your attention away. Maybe a noise or a pain in the knee. But often your own mind is the problem. It is so full of useless stuff, like a monkey jumping here and there. It is so hard to control. To become the master of your mind, you need some lessons, enough time, and a good place to learn how to practice. With enough practice, meditation helps to replace bad thoughts and feelings with happy ones.
Why do we meditate? By learning how to control the mind, we start to get rid of negative habits and develop good mental qualities instead. If your mind is cool, you make good decisions, you don't get confused, you make less mistakes, you don't get angry or feel afraid, and you become more confident. If your mind is calm, you become peaceful and happy, you're less worried and frustrated, you don't get stressed about work or exams, you develop compassion and kindness, and you have more harmonious relationships. If your mind is concentrated, you get less distracted by useless things. You find it easier to focus and learn. You perform better in sports and games. You make better music and art, and you will become more trustworthy.
What is the difference between samatha and vipassana? Samatha meditation and vipassana meditation are two different types of meditation. Samatha aims at achieving deep concentration, while vipassana aims at understanding both the body and mind. In samatha meditation, the focus is solely on one object to attain deep concentration, such as by fixing the mind on a single point. In contrast, vipassana meditation involves observing various mental and physical processes as they occur. During samatha meditation, when the mind wanders, we bring it back to the chosen object. However, in vipassana meditation, when the mind wanders, we observe it without trying to control it. Only when the distraction fades do we return our focus to the primary object. These differences in focus and approach distinguish the two types of meditation.
Guided muscle relaxation meditation. We are going to practice guided muscle relaxation meditation. Before we begin, please straighten your body, center yourself in the middle of your camera, put your hands together with the right on top of the left with your thumbs connected, and place them in your lap. Then close your eyes. Step 1, when I say a group of muscle, focus on the group of muscles you hear and feel the tenseness in them. Step 2, mentally relax those group of muscles. Step 3, feel those muscles entirely relaxed. Let's start. Your scalp muscles, All the muscles on your head are relaxed. Your forehead and eyebrows are relaxed. Your eyes, ears, nose, lips, and chin are relaxed. Your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Your arms, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers are relaxed. Your chest and upper back are relaxed. Your abdomen and lower back are relaxed. Your hips and thighs are relaxed. Your knees and legs are relaxed. Your ankles, feet, and toes are relaxed. Now your whole body from head to toe fully relaxed.
Body scanning meditation. Now we are going to advance to body scanning meditation. Imagine you're holding a scanner in your hand. You are going to scan your whole body from head to toe and from the front and the back. Begin at the top of your head and slowly let your attention move down through your body little by little. Imagine a warm energy flowing gently inside you. If you find a place that feels stuck, pause there, take a calm breath, and picture it relaxing. Once it feels open, keep moving down all the way to the tip of your toes. Let's begin by scanning the front of your body. Start at the top of your head and move slowly downward. Top of your head, forehead and face, front of your neck, the front of your shoulders, your upper chest, your lower chest and abdomen, the front of your hips, the front of your thighs, the front of your knees, and the front of your legs. Now, bring your attention to your back, beginning at your heels. Slowly scan upward. Back of your legs, the back of your knees, the back of your thighs, the back of your hips, your lower back, your upper back, the back of your shoulders, the back of your neck, the back of your head, and the top of your head. Now you have successfully finished one cycle of body scanning meditation. Now you are going to practice another cycle on your own. You can switch the order, either go down the front and up the back, or up the back and down the front. Once all the energy channels are open, your body will feel very light. It will feel as if you're riding on a calm ocean wave. We're now done meditating.
Dukkha patacha, dukkha paya patacha, nipaya soka patacha, soka ondu sabe vipanina. Nahi verna verani samadita kuda danan averna cha samanti esa dhamma sanatana. Sababasa akarna kusalasa upasampada sachita paryodapanam idam buddhana sasanam.
Varna me duam, tuita me atuam, ida me ponyam, me balasa, pachayo hotu, imam ponya bagam, sava satanam pajama, sadhu, 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 Valentine.
Is not part of the Dhamma class, and again, please do not eat anything. However, drinking water is now fine. So we'll be starting off with part number 1, which is Chant of Bojanga Sutta by Mason D, Noel, Emra, Grayson Bryan, Maythun, Swizzen, Shintha, Linlin, Sarah, Hank and Hema, Ayano, and Wayan.
Bojanga Sutta Samsare Samsarantanam Sabbadukkha Vinasane Satatame Cha Bojange Marasena Pamadane.
Pujitwa ye jemi sata tibawa mata gutama ajati majava pyadim amatam nibayam gata.
Ewa Mati Gunu Bedam Aneka Guna Sangaham Osadancha Imamandam Bojagancha Banamahe. Bojango Sati Sankato Damanam Vichayo Tata Viriyam Piti Pasadi Bojanga Chat Tata Pare.
Sabadu peka bojaga satete sabada sira budida sabada kata pawita bahudikata.
Samvadanti abhinyaya Nibbānaya ca bodhiya Etena saca vacena Sodite hotu sabada. Ekasmin samaye nato Mogalanam ca kasapam Ilane dukite tiswam Bojange satate sayi. Jantam abhinati dwa roga muchim sutam kane etena sacha vachena sotite hotu sabada. Ekada tamaraja pi jelenyena pi pilito chunda tere latam yewa Pana Pedwana Sararam.
Samodidwana
abada. Dhamma utasi tanaso etena sacha wajena sotite hotu savara.
Pahina teja abada tina nempi mahesinem magahata kilesawa pada nupati damadem etena saja wajena sotite hotu sabada bojenga sutanitite sadhu 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 Valentine.
We're now moving on to program number 2, which is basic Buddhism. First by Shinta and Tiffany and Noel, then by Juju, Sumyape, and Alexander, then by Chloe and Julia, then by Nianta and Amara, then by Hazel and Alan Tay, then by the Zinjo and Halen, and lastly by Kama and Myanno.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Shinta. My Buddhist name is Naga Bali, which means freedom keeper. Today, my two Dhamma friends, Tiffany and Noel, will be joining me, so please introduce yourselves.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Tiffany, and my Buddhist name is Santa Bali, which means peacekeeper. So, Noel, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Noel, and my Buddhist name is Wanapala, which means power personality. So Shintan, what are we talking about today?
Today, we'll be talking about dukkha, and I'll be going first. Please listen carefully because we have questions at the end. What does dukkha mean? The word dukkha comes from two parts, du, difficult, and ka, to injured, meaning suffering or discomfort. If it represents a feeling of being unsatisfied, frustrated, or out of harmony with life. In general, dukkha is about understanding the nature of suffering.
Life has many forms of suffering, such as birth, jati, aging, jara, sickness, vyadi, death, marana, losing loved ones, or not getting what we want.
We often cling to things and believe in the self. This attachment leads to more suffering. Not knowing that everything is temporary, anicca feels this, and craving tana increases our pain.
The three types of dukkha are 1. Ordinary suffering, pain, and discomfort. 2. Suffering from constant change in our lives. 3. Suffering due to the impermanence of all things. So now I'll be asking questions. So Tiffany, what is your first question?
My first question is to Hema, and what does dukkha mean?
Dukkha means suffering or discomfort.
Yes, that's correct.
My question to Sarah is, what are some things that cause dukkha?
Birth, aging, sickness, death, and losing loved ones.
Yes, that's correct. Shintan, what is your question?
My question is to Hema, and why do we suffer?
We suffer because we hold on to things and forget that everything changes.
That's correct. And Tiffany, what is the last question?
My last question is to Sarah, and what are the three types of dukkha?
1. Pain and discomfort. 2. Suffering from changes. And 3. Suffering because everything is temporary.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you for listening. Is that Juju, Sumyape, and Alexander's turn?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Juju, and my Buddhist name is Chanapali, which means keeper of all human beings. So today, me and my dear Dhamma friends Sumyape and Alexander will be discussing something with the Dhamma class today. So Sumyape, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Sumyape. My Buddhist name is Shita Bali, which means regarder of mind. So Alexander, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Alexander. My Buddhist name is Uju Bulat, which means power of honesty. So, Juju, what will we be talking about today?
So today we'll be talking about Maranasati. So everybody, please listen carefully because we'll be asking some questions at the end. What is Maranasati? Maranasati from the Pali language means the recollection or mindfulness of death. It is the contemplation of two facts, that death is absolutely certain and the timing of death is completely uncertain. When death comes, one must give up everything.
To develop Maranasati, one should retreat to a quiet place and reflect. Marana me duam, death is certain for me. Jividam me aduam, life is uncertain for me. This practice nurtures awareness of life's impermanence.
Mindfulness of death helps people focus on doing good and avoiding bad actions. It teaches that life is always changing and helps them stay calm and peaceful at death. Even if they don't reach complete peace, not in this life, they are at least on the path to a better rebirth. So we will now be asking questions. So Juju, please ask the first question.
My first question is to Hank, which is, what is Maranasati?
It's thinking about death and how it's certain, but we don't know when it will happen.
That is correct, thank you. And Sumapia, could you please ask your question?
My question is to Victoria. Why is it important to think about death?
It helps us make good choices and live better lives.
That is correct, thank you. So Alexander, please ask your question.
My question is to Hank, and it is, how do we practice Maranasati?
We sit quietly and think death is certain and life is uncertain.
That is correct. So Juju, please ask the last question.
My last question is for Victoria, which is, what does thinking about death teach us?
It helps us stay calm and make good choices for a better life.
That is correct, thank you. And that is all for today. Thank you for listening.
It's now Chloe and Julia's turn.
Hello, Manguaba. My name is Chloe Chang and my Buddhist name is Titi Bali, which means keeper of wisdom. I live in Chino Hills, California. So today, my dear Dhamma friend Julia will be joining me. So Julia, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Minglaba. My name is Julia. My Buddhist name is Beda Bali, which means keeper of wisdom, and I live in Jacksonville, Florida. So Chloe, what will we be talking about today?
We will be talking about the Buddha jewel, so I'll go first. Please listen carefully because we will be asking some questions at the end. What does Buddha jewel mean? The Buddha jewel, called Prayayadana in Burmese, means that the Buddha is a very special and a wise teacher. He learned how to end suffering and live happily and shared this knowledge with others so they could have better lives.
We call the Buddha a jewel because jewels are precious and hard to find, just like the Buddha is rare and special. The Buddha jewel is one of the three jewels in Buddhism, along with the Dhamma, his teachings, and the Sangha, the community. Together, they help people be kind, peaceful, and wise.
Like a bright light in the dark, the Buddha jewel shows the way to happiness and goodness. So now we will be asking questions. So Julia, please ask your first question.
My first question is to Masondy. So Masondy, what is the Buddha jewel?
It means the Buddha is special and wise teacher.
Yes, that is correct. So Chloe, can you please ask your next question?
So my next question is to Lasunda, and it is, why is the Buddha called a jewel?
Because he is rare and precious like a jewel.
Yes, that is correct. So Julia, please ask your next question.
My next question is to Masondy again. So Masondy, what are the three jewels in Buddhism?
The Buddha, the Dhamma, his teachings, and the Sangha, the community.
Yes, that is correct. So Chloe, can you please ask your last question?
So my last question is to Lasunda again, and it is, how does the Buddha jewel help people?
It shows the way to happiness and goodness like a bright light in the dark.
Yes, that is correct. So that is all, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching and listening.
It is now Nintha and Emma's turn.
Hello, Minglaba Dhamma class. My name is Narita, and my Buddhist name is Yoga Bali, which means keeper of energy. So my dear friend Amara will be joining me today. So Amara, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Miglaba. My name is Amara, and my Buddha's name is Amatabali, which means keeper of deathlessness and 11 textures. Name that, what will we be talking about today?
Today, we're going to be talking about the Dhamma jewel. So before I begin, can everyone please listen carefully as we'll be asking questions at the end? What does Dhamma jewel mean? The Dhamma jewel, called Daya Yadana in Burmese, is one of the 3 jewels, which are very special teachings. The Dhamma means the truth or the way things really are. It includes the teachings of the Buddha, such as being kind, peaceful, and understanding life.
We call it jewel because jewels are valuable and hard to find, just like the Dhamma is deep and understood only by the wise. It's a special guide that helps us know what is right and wrong. By following it, people can live happily and make good choices and treat others with love and respect.
In simple words, the Dhamma is the wisdom the Buddha shared to help everyone live a good life, a happy life. So we will now be asking questions. So Amara, can you please begin?
Same thing. What is the Dhamma jewel?
It is a special wisdom and teaching of the Buddha.
That's correct.
Snowy, why is the Dhamma called a jewel?
Because it is valuable and helps people understand life.
That is correct. Thank you. Amara, can you ask the next question?
Think. How does the Dhamma help people?
It teaches kindness, peace, and making good choices.
That is correct.
Last question is for Snowy. So Snowy, what happens when people follow the Dhamma?
They live happily and treat others with love and respect.
That is correct, and thank you. Thank you for everyone for participating and listening.
It is now Hazel and Alante's turn.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Hazel, and my Buddhist name is Rupa Bali, which means beauty keeper. Today, I'll be talking about something with my dear Dhamma friend Alan Tay. So, Alan Tay, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Alante, and my Buddha's name is Rihabala, which means break keeper, and Hazel will be talking about today.
Today, we'll be talking about the Sangha jewel. Everyone, please listen carefully because we'll be asking questions at the end. What does Sangha jewel mean? The Sangha jewel, called Thanga Yadana in Burmese, is also one of the 3 jewels. The word Sangha means 2 groups of monks, those who have already become noble persons, Aryas, and those who are still practicing to become like them by following the Buddha's teachings. They live kindly and wisely, as the Buddha taught.
We call the Sangha a jewel because they are rare like precious jewels and only appear when a Buddha comes into the world. This special community helps learn the Dhamma and shows us how to live a good and wise life.
In simple words, the Sangha is like a family of people who practice kindness, wisdom, and peace, helping each other find happiness. We'll now be asking questions, so Alan Tay, please ask the first question.
My first question is to Maitnu. What is the Sangha jewel?
It is the community of monks who follow the Buddha's teachings.
That is correct. And Hazel, ask your first question.
Our first question is to Jewel. So why is the Sangha called a jewel?
Because they are rare and help others learn wisdom and kindness.
That is correct. Alan Tay, please ask the next question.
My next question is to Maitun. What do the Sangha do?
They practice kindness, wisdom, and peace while teaching others.
That is correct. And Hazel, ask your last question.
The last question is to Jewel again. So how does the Sangha help people?
They guide others to live a good and happy life.
That is correct. That is all, and thank you for listening.
This is John Halon's turn.
Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Bizancho, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means power of concentration. Today, me and a Dhamma friend will be talking about something. So, Hina Aung, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Hain Laong, and my Buddhist name is Sukabala, which means fire of happiness. So, Tazincha, what will we talk about today?
We will be talking about Arya Dana. Everyone, please listen carefully because we'll be asking a couple questions in the end. I'll start us off. Arya Dana. The word Arya means noble people, and Dana means jewels. Together, they represent the qualities that help us live a good and wise life. There are 7 jewels of noble persons which guide us to be kind, smart, and strong. Here's what each jewel means.
1. Sada, faith. Believing in what is right because we understand it, like trusting good things after learning about them. 2. Sila, moral practices. Doing what is right and being kind, like helping others and telling the truth.
3. Hiri, moral shame. Feeling sorry when we do something wrong, which helps us to do better. 4. Otaba, moral dread. Worrying about doing bad things because we know they hurt others or ourselves.
5. Sutta, knowledge. Learning new things to become smarter, like reading books or asking questions. 6. Jaga, generosity. Being kind and giving, like sharing toys or time with others. 7. Panya, wisdom. The most important jewel. It helps us make good choices and understand the best way to live.
Panya is the key to using all the other jewels wisely. That is all, and now we'll be asking questions. Hina, could you please ask the first one?
The first question is for Grace, and it is, what is Ariadana?
Absent.
Well, the answer is Ariadana means the 7 jewels of noble persons. So, Zencha, could you please ask the next question?
My next question is for Cynthia, which is, what is the most important jewel?
Panya, wisdom, because it helps us make good choices.
That is correct. Hina, could you please ask the next question?
The next question is for Cynthia, and it is, what does Sila mean?
Sila means being kind and doing what is right.
That is correct. So, Zencha, could you please ask the last question?
My last question is for Cynthia, which is, how can we show Jaga?
By being generous, like sharing toys or helping others.
That is correct. That is all. Thank you for watching and listening.
It is now Gama and Manon's turn.
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Karma, and my Buddhist name is Kamapali, which means keeper good luck. Today, me and my Dhamma friend will be joining me today. So, Miano, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Milaba. My name is Miano, and my Buddhist name is Balabali, which means keepers of energy, and I live in Phoenix, Arizona. So, Tama will be talking about today.
We will be talking about the Bodhi tree, so I'll go first. But first, please listen carefully because we will be answering questions at the end. Bodhi tree. In Buddhism, the Bodhi tree is very special because it is the tree where the Buddha became enlightened.
Before he was a Buddha, ascetic Gautama gave up extreme practices and chose the middle way. He sat under a big banyan tree in Buddha Gaya, meditated deeply, and finally became enlightened.
From then on, that tree was called the Bodhi tree, a symbol of wisdom and awakening. Around 300 BC, a branch from the original Bodhi tree was taken to Sri Lanka by Sanghamitra, a Buddhist nun and the daughter of King Asoka. That tree is still alive today. It is the oldest living tree in the world.
The Bodhi tree is not just a tree. It's a symbol of peace, wisdom, and Buddha's great discovery.
Now we will be asking questions. So my first question is to Lyra. And Lyra, what is the Bodhi tree?
It is the tree where the Buddha found enlightenment.
That is correct. May I know, please ask your next question.
My first question is to Brian. Brian, where is the Bodhi tree?
In Buddha Gaya, India.
That is correct. Kama, please ask your last question.
My next question is to Lyra again. And Lyra, what does the Bodhi tree stand for?
Wisdom, peace, and awakening.
That is correct.
My next question is to Brian. Is the Bodhi tree still alive today?
Yes, descendants grow in India and Sri Lanka.
That is correct. Thank you so much for watching and listening.
Thank you for watching and listening.
Now moving on to part number 3, which is choose the correct one out of the given answers by Hank and Hila.
Hi, my name is Hank, and my Buddhist name is Bala, which means the power of knowledge. Today, I'll be joined with my twin sister, so can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Hema, and my Buddhist name is Hema Pali, which means peacekeeper.
Today, we'll be asking questions to the individuals Kixing, Sandy, William, Thierry-san, Xingling, Lyra, Amara, Tenzin, Nyambonte, Weiyan, Harry, Shinki, Snowy, Kamapali, Jewel, Metau, Juju, and Shin from Canada. To start off, Kixing, why is it important to think about death?
It helps us make good choices and live better lives.
And that is correct. Sandy, what does thinking about death teach us?
It helps us stay calm and make good choices for a better life.
And that is correct. William, what is the Buddha jewel?
It means the Buddha is a special and wise teacher.
And that is correct. Theory-san, why is the Buddha called a jewel?
Because he is rare and precious like a jewel.
You're correct. Xinglan, what is the Dhamma jewel?
It is the special wisdom and teachings of the Buddha.
And that is correct. Lyra, why is the Dhamma called a jewel?
Because it is valuable and it helps people understand life.
And that is correct. Amara, how does the Dhamma help people?
It teaches kindness, peace, and making good choices.
And that is correct. Tenzin, what is the Sangha jewel?
It is the community of monks who follow the Buddha's teachings.
And that is correct. Nyeponte, why is the Sangha called a jewel?
Because they are rare. Because they are rare and help others learn wisdom and kindness.
And that is correct.
Weiyan, what do the Sangha do?
They practice kindness, wisdom, and peace while teaching others.
That is correct. Harry, how does the Sangha help people?
They guide others to live a good and happy life.
That is correct. Shinki, what is the Bodhi tree?
It's the tree where Buddha found enlightenment.
That is correct. Snowy, why is it important to think about death?
It helps us make good choices and live better lives.
That is correct. Kamapali, what does thinking about death teach us?
It helps us stay calm and make good choices for a better life.
That is correct. Jewel, what is the Buddha jewel?
It means the Buddha is a special and wise teacher.
That is correct. Metau, why is the Buddha called a jewel?
Because he is rare and precious like a jewel.
That is correct. Juju, what is the Dhamma jewel? Well, the correct answer is it is the special wisdom and teachings of the Buddha. Shin, why is the Dhamma called a jewel?
Because it is valuable and helps people understand life.
That is correct. Thank you for listening.
We're now moving on to part number 4, which is Answer the Questions 1 by Rebecca and Cynthia.
Hello to my class. My name is Rebecca, and my Buddhist name is Metta Bali, which means keep our loving kindness. For today's program, my sister Cynthia will be joining me, so can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Cynthia, and my Buddhist name is Maga Pali, which means keep it up middle path. The individuals that we'll be asking today are Ninitan, Amara, Alexander, Chloe, May Cindy, Hazel, Mayton, Jewel, Valerie, Yan, Yanno, and Tiffany.
Ninitan, please chant the Sarana.
Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
That is correct, thank you. Amara, please list Abedleba for woeful states.
1. Hell Niraya. 2. Animal state. Dirachana. 3. Hungry ghosts. Beta. And 4. Miserable ghosts. Asukara. Gaya.
That is correct, thank you. Alexander, please recite the second Manasa Udana.
Gahakarakaraditosi punangeham nakahasi sabate pasuka baga gahakutam visankatam.
That is correct, thank you. Chloe, please list 5 Nikayas in Pali.
Number 1, Dika. Number 2, Majjhima. Number 3, Samyutta. Number 4, Anguttara. And number 5, Kudaka.
That is correct, thank you. May Cindy, please chant the Sarana.
Can you come back to me?
Yes, I'll come back to Hazel, please list Abedleba for woeful states.
1. Hell Niraya. 2. Animal state. Dirajana. 3. Hungry ghost Beta. And 4. Miserable ghost Asura Gaya.
That is correct, thank you. May Cindy, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, can you please chant the Sarana?
Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
That is correct, thank you.
May Tone, please recite the second Manasa Udana.
Gahakarakaraditosi punangeham nakahasi sabate pasuka baga gahakutam visankatam.
That is correct, thank you. Jewel, please list the 5 Nikayas in Pali.
1. Dika. 2. Majjhima. 3. Samyutta. 4. Anguttara. And 5. Kudaka.
That is correct, thank you. Valerie, please chant the Sarana.
Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami.
That is correct, thank you. Wei Yan, please list Abedleba for woeful states.
1. Hell Niraya. 2. Animal state. Dirajana. 3. Hungry ghosts. Beta. And 4. Miserable ghosts. Asurakaya.
That is correct, thank you. Miano, please recite the second Manasa Udana.
Gahakarakaraditosi punangeham nakahasi sabate pasuka baga gahakutam visankatam.
That is correct, thank you. Tiffany, please list the 5 Nikayas in Pali.
Next.
That is all for our program. Thank you for participating and listening.
We're now moving on to part number 5, which is answer the questions 2 by this individual.
Hello, Minglaba Dhamma class. My name is Lizancho, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means power of concentration. Today I'll be asking a few individuals some questions, so everyone please be ready and prepared. Santi, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself? That is correct. Thank you. Snowy, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Mama mata pitu avera hontu avya pada hontu anika hontu suki atanam pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Lasenda, how do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
Nadi midaja avera hontu abya baja hontu anega hontu suki atana pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Linthan, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Brahma Jarinoja Awera Hontu Abya Paja Hontu Aniga Hontu Suki Adanam Pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Nyambontan, what is Buddhism? Please answer in Bali and English.
Can you repeat that again?
Sure. What is Buddhism? Please answer in Bali and English.
Sababa basa akarnam, not to do or all or any evil. Kusanasa upasampada, to cultivate good. Sajita paryo dapanam, to prefer one mind. And Bunna Sasanam, this is the teaching of the Buddha.
That is correct. Thank you. Harry, what does Abeleba mean?
Could you repeat that again, please?
Sure. What does Abeleba mean?
4 willful states.
That is correct. Thank you. Chloe, please list the 4 willful states.
Number 1, hell, niraya. Number 2, animal state, dhirajana. Number 3, hungry ghost, veta. And number 4, miserable ghost, asuragaya.
That is correct. Thank you. Julia, how do you chant metta meditation on yourself?
Aware homie, abya bajo homie, anigo homie, sugyatana priharami.
That is correct. Thank you. Brian, how do you chant metta meditation on your parents?
Mama mata pitu awira hontu abya baja hontu aniga hontu sukiya tanam pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Sen, how do you chant metta meditation on your relatives and friends?
Nyati mitaja avira hontu abya baja hontu aniga hontu sukiya tanam pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Lyra, how do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. How do you chant metta meditation on your Dhamma class?
Sabrama Jarinoja Awera Hontu Abya Baja Hontu Aniga Hontu Sikyatana Pariharantu.
That is correct. Thank you. Victoria, what is Buddhism? Please answer in Bali and English.
Absent.
Hopar. In Meta'u, what does Abeleba mean? Meta'u, are you ready?
No.
Let's try again next week and see if you're ready then, okay?
Okay.
And that is all, and thank you for listening.
We're now at the end of the Dhamma class, so everyone please put your hands together and recite Buddha Sasanam Chiram Jayatutu 3 times. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Jayatutu, may the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha Sasanam Chiram Jayatutu, may the Buddha's teachings last long. Buddha, Sasanam, Chiram, Dedatu. May the Buddha's teachings last long. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.